Okay, it's 10 minutes to 2. The duct tape held the screws perfectly. This duct tape right here that I've got is too sticky. It's old, so it's very sticky. So we won't be using that. It was hard to get the tape off of the bolt. It actually, it's too sticky. We're gonna use, I've got some masking tape upstairs from when I did the Hemi decal. So we're gonna bring that down. But we're done for today. It's 10 minutes to 2, and we've got these two mounted. But it was a bitch to get the. I figured, okay, it's could be a problem pulling that stuff was wrapped around that bolt. And I thought I put it on loose, but the more you fudge and try to feel it, and because you can't see it, the more you try to fudge it and feel it and move it, and it starts even getting from your heat from your hand. It starts to even stick more. Anyways, I ended up pulling it out, pulling the nut out after it was already threaded, taking the tape off to a point where I could get it off no problem, and then we put it back in. We tore the tape off. You got to have the tape off because you got to be able to get the wrench around the bolt, so the tape can't be left there. But in any case, we're going to fire this up. It held. These are movable, but you do have to use extreme force. Keep in mind that these two lights are tweaked out of shape because I had to move them to get the stinger off. So that's why they're a little cattywampus. You've probably seen in the video like, what the fuck? Does this guy know how to fucking put lights on? They're a little cattywampus. I know I didn't get too much done here, but these are 100%. And the next two lights that we're going to install are going to be these two in the center here. And yes, see, I've gotten, even if I could thread it on it, but I've got no way to tighten it. So we're going to use self-tappers here. There's no way I can get a wrench on these fucking bolts and get any type of turning. No way, man. I'm not going to do it. We're just going to use self-tappers on those ones. So those will be the next two that you install. You certainly don't install these ones because then it's hard to get to these two. So you install these two, then these two, then these two. You work your way out. No, we're not going to take that off, guys. And don't worry about all these marks. I'll put a little soapy water on those, and they'll be all gone. Bye-bye. And we routed this hole like I told you yesterday because it did seem to be a little offline. So let's take a look at that today. I got a little bit of time. If I can remember where I put that string. Jesus Christ. Good. This hole definitely needed to be routed. It's just a little bit too far this way. I could even drill a 3/8 hole there. Remember, these are 5/16. I could take a 3/8 bit and drill it, and then that allowed you to move it to make sure that it's in line with everything else. I did route the hole. It appears like it's going to be okay. There's the line about right there. I think it'll be all right. Here's a good way to test it right now. If this bolt moves, yeah, see how it moves? That's all the space we need. When I mount it, I'll move it all the way this way. So, yep, should be fine. Okay. I mean, it's not far off. Matter of fact, when I mount them, you won't be able to tell. Now, these could be a little off right now. You know what I'm saying? But there's no sense in... I can move them. If I use force, I can move it, and I can move it. But don't fuck with them until you get your stinger on. And then once the stinger's on, then we can see if they're pointed in the right direction. And but they're on pretty solid right now. But you certainly have to use quite a bit of force to move them, which is what you want. Oh, I suppose you want me to turn it on. Okay. Okay, here, let me set these tools out of my pocket. I'm gonna set those right there because we need those same tools tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll use masking tape, not that duct tape. That shit was so hard to get off. Fuck. I mean, I think if it was good tape, it would work fine. Yeah, we're gonna make these lights, and these lights will be, these are your parking lights. We're gonna hook this up to that same circuit because I want those parking lights on and those cowl lights, the grill markers and the cowl markers. When I put the fucker in parking lights, they both come on. Okay, let's hit it. You know, these auxiliary lights, they have a mind of their own. If that fucking battery ain't fucking topped out, perfect, man. Like I was telling you, man, these lights right here are a little scattywampus right now because of the stinger removal. So once I put the stinger back on, I'll move them back to where they're supposed to be. Okay, this time when I shut off the lights, we're gonna let the Jeep run for a few minutes. I was just gonna take the dogs out here, but my time is up. Got a late start today, man. I gotta go upstairs, relax, rest, and man. It's gonna be so cool, man. When I get all done, but when I'm done, then I'm done. Then whatever. What the fuck am I gonna do? Oh yeah, go take my rig out and go dirt biking and do mountain biking. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's what I do. I forgot. It's gonna be pretty badass when I get done, man. There's gonna be a 6-foot light bar on the front of this Jeep, 62,000 lumens of light. And guess what? If there's too much draw on the battery, the computer in the Jeep will automatically shut off the fucking lights. That I'm not too crazy about. But I mean, that's if your battery's down. We'll see what happens. You may not even be able to put all of them on at the same time. That's 62,000 lumens, brother. That's, let's see here. It's approximately maybe 50 amps of draw on the battery. 17 times 2.5, maybe about 42 amps, 44. One thing I'm a little uptight about with this Jeep, now maybe I didn't figure it out yet or whatever, maybe, but what the deal is, you would think at this stage of the game that you would have auto up, auto down. on all 4 windows. You push the button once, it goes all the way up. You push the button once, it goes all the way down. It's just down. Just like my old Jeep. Dude, this is fucking 2024 Jeep. It's time to start making them auto up, auto down, one touch. That's the way my Tesla is, and I kind of enjoy it, to be honest with you. Okay, we got the heat on here. So let's turn. Okay. We don't want the heat on. It's off. Okay. Turn the dimmer off. Shut it off. Remember, guys, we got a late start today. I think I started at 1. But these are 100%. They're all plugged in. The wires are run to them. The wires are they're running in conduit. Naturally, they're not tied down yet because we still have a bunch of wires to run. So we're just going to hold off on that. But looking good. Looking good, man. Nice, slow and steady is the way I like to see it. Nice and slow and steady. These holes will be the same, easier than these two. This one here, like I said, I could get it on, but I've got no way to tighten it. Even if you had a 1/4-inch drive with a 1/2-inch socket, a little mini 1/4-inch drive, maybe when we start that project, I'll make an evaluation on whether or not I can do it. I certainly have no trouble holding. Even I would do the same trick with the masking tape. Tape them together, get it in. And then it's just a question of being able to tighten it. I'll stick the wrench, the 1/4-inch drive in there again and see if I can do it. I mean, all you need is, a couple clicks. So maybe we can do it. I don't know. I just know the easy way is fucking self-tappers and anyway. Here's all the leads. These are all leads that go to the lights. So I'll be soldering extensions on here and sleeving it, heat shrinking it. So all of them will be used for these lights. So easy money. And then of course you'll do the same thing I just did here. Once you run them, you'll check them, make sure that they work before you do any tying off or anything. All the wires will be run, they'll be conduited, everything. So, and like I said, we're gonna make when the parking lights come on, my cowl lights will come on. So we're gonna make it that way too. So there's a 5 amp fuse inside of those lines right now. We'll take that 5 amp out and we'll put a 10 amp in there because it'll probably be about 6 amps of draw. So the 5 amp will blow You know what I'm saying? So we do need to put a 10 amp in there to run that many lights. So anyways, man, sweetness, brother. Sweetness, sweetness. Fuck, that's gonna be a fucking animal. Dude, that's 8. And there's still 6 and there's still 2 on this bar here. So there's 6 to go here, plus the 10-inch light bar. So yeah, the next step we can either jump on that light bar or we can do these. You know, I got a choice. So not sure. We'll see what happens. I might jump on the 10-inch light bar and drill the holes for that. Or I mean that stinger and do the 10-inch light bar, sorry. So I might start on that next time tomorrow and go that route. So anyways, we're gonna wrap this one up. And this is fun. It's a little overwhelming. But when you've got time, a couple hours every day to do it, you just knock out a little bit here, a little bit there. I mean, look at all the shit I did to this Jeep. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the, you know, removing the hydro guide, putting the cowl lights in, putting the grill marker lights on, you know, fucking, you know, getting the inside prepped for RV camping and shit and whatnot and what have you. I'm going to let you go, guys. We're just babbling on here.